Good evening, everyone. My name is Paul Young. I'm just going to walk you through a government policy related to SDTC. So part of my presentation will be, as I always introduce people, it's just a general, like any sort of data I give is kind of my opinion. It's based on source data that's available through public sites, but it's my view of how I interpret the data. Here's a little bit of brief bio for me. I'm 25 years in business, from academia to industry to financial solutions. I've created my own YouTube channel to get information on different policies, trends, even some financial solution areas, to try to spread information to the general audience to kind of give you a different perspective of things. That's kind of my goal as a presenter, to create some of these presentations. I'll talk about what is SDTC, I'll talk about its role, I'll talk about how it works in clean technology, I'll get in some specific details by provinces as well as Canadian ranking, and I'll talk about what's next for clean technology. So basically, in 2001, when Paul Martin was the Prime Minister, he decided to put some focus on clean technology. And basically, the Government of Canada created a fund called Sustainable Development Technology Corporation to provide seed funding to clean technology. And that's what the idea, how the concept started to do. That happened 15 years ago. So when we had a change in government, when the Conservative government came into power, they actually reinforced and continued to fund that program. So by the numbers, you're seeing here, is Canada basically, since the inception of this deal, has probably allowed for over $2 billion worth of funding, and that's pretty good, significant money that's been spent in starting a clean technology economy in terms of supporting it. So despite what the numbers are saying, Canada's been actively supporting clean technology for close to 2 decades. So if we talk about the market itself in Canada, the revenue annually for clean technology is about $12 billion a year. 80% of that goes to exports. Now let's stop it there for a second. $12 billion is the annual revenue. We have manufacturing sales of every month with exports of oil and gas in the mining sector of $43 billion a month. So we're actually talking, the oil and gas sector is still a leader in terms of exports. So yes, clean technology plays a role in it, but in order to offset that, you would have to grow your clean technology fundamentally a huge amount of growth rates in order to offset any sort of real economic benefits from other sectors. So the reason why I say that is, yes, it's good to do clean technology, but we have to have a balanced approach to policy. If you look at key drivers here, look at the 2 provinces that are driving the bulk of clean technology investments: Ontario and Quebec. It makes sense in Quebec in a roundabout way because they're driven by hydropower and doing certain things around forestry and some other way in innovation. Ontario's been the lead in looking at things like water treatment. They've done a lot of work in wind and solar area as well as biomass. So that's what you're seeing in terms of the investment there. But look at the rest of the country. Alberta is only about $1 billion. There's nothing in Saskatchewan. There's nothing in Manitoba. So you're really seeing 2 provinces there that haven't had significant amount of influence on clean technology. They haven't seen the buy-in to do different programs because they've been more supporting their local economy, from food processing to mining. This gives you an idea where the bulk of the investment is. It's all in renewables. It's all in energy efficiency, energy storage. That's where the bulk of it. There are other aspects of that, from wastewater treatment to transportation to smart grids, advanced materials, but they're not significant enough in terms of the overall things, because the major push has been wind, been solar. Those are the things you hear most about in the news, and that's the reason why I want to highlight that. Now, despite what people say, Canada's ranking is pretty solid in the world. We're number 7th in the world compared, when you look at other countries in the world, from Ireland to India to Belgium to Norway, and Norway's a good one to measure there because of the oil sector there. So you could see in general Canada's done well in terms of its ranking. What's next for Canada? Well, we've had a change in government, so the focus now appears to be back to putting a bit more money into clean technology, and it's something that you'll have to watch over the time to see how that evolves in terms of policies. Because even when you give money to a seed company, it can take 1, 3, 5, 6 years out before you actually see the full economic benefit of that funding. This kind of gives you an idea what's happened lately with funding. you'll see something down below where there's been $206 million of 36 projects. That stuff was probably already in play before we had a change in government, because you just don't approve those projects right away. Those things have to go through an approval process, so that's why you're seeing them in terms of the announcements now. They were probably started from the previous government, just made the announcement now after we've had a change in government. So why did I make this presentation? I wanted to air certain things about government programs. I also want to talk a bit about that innovation's been around for decades. Whether it's with the mining sector, whether it's with oil and gas, whether it's with metal fabrication, innovations exist as part of this overall clean technology movement. People need to kind of take a step back. Don't just believe what's already printed in the media, and do your own research around clean technology. Now, it's important to understand a couple aspects with clean technology. Yes, we need to go there, but we do need a balance of policies. Okay, we need to support the old economy as well as the new economy to have a right mix of policies that's going to move Canada forward but not penalize it. And that's what's key to why I did this presentation, to air some of the stuff that's going on and also let people to make their own decisions when they're talking about clean technology policies. Thank you.